My name is Star, born in Garden Heights. Mama and Daddy says our life is here because our people are here.
Garden Heights is reeling after the shooting of a 17-year-old teenager by a police officer.
We live in a complicated world.
It doesn't seem that complicated to me. The Hate U Give is filmed in Atlanta. Atlanta is probably one of my favorite places ever. There's so many different projects being made, and there's a really exciting energy.
I grew up in Atlanta, so it was just cool to be back home for me.
Atlanta is a very popular place to shoot in. It's a city that had many different looks.
For this film, we had to do the South, so Atlanta was a perfect place to form that.
You have an amazing crew base with great attitude, varied locations, the tax incentive is unsurpassed in the rest of the country, and the infrastructure. We are a full-on location movie, and we found some very, very good places, starting with Star's neighborhood.
We got Mr. Rubin's Barbecue, Mr. Lewis's Barbershop, and Daddy's Store.
Mav's grocery store is in an area on Cascade where we took over several businesses. They were extremely receptive and friendly and warm. We were there for a week, and as the days wore on, they became more involved. We put a lot of them in the film as background artists.
That's what's so amazing about this city, is the great people they have living there. Everybody realized we were working on something special and got together with us to tell this story.
Everybody came to the project with an open heart and embraced the production.
Garden Heights is one world, Williamson is another. So when I'm here, I'm Star version 2.
The public schools around here are so beautiful. We used one to portray a high-end suburban private school.
We looked at probably 7 different high schools. I always wanted a colder color palette to help Star's worlds feel different, and that's what we found here.
We were there for a solid week. It looked amazing on film. Just really a great experience.
I'm not ready to see Khalil as a soulless mannequin. His lips are too pink, and he doesn't have his dimples.
The funeral of Khalil, it's a real neighborhood church. What's nice about it is it's not too overdone. It has the flavor of a true church that's been there in this community for years, so it's not overly ornate, but still has some terrific light coming through these beautiful windows and gave us a nice sense of neighborhood.
Atlanta, for those foodies that there are out there, it's a good eating town, so it makes for a good experience.
It was wild. Me and the cast members would go to like R. Thomas or Mary Mac's Tea Room and get soul food.
We shot inside some iconic places. We had one of our climactic scenes in the diner.
The diner where the family goes to have dinner. After Georgia and I were talking, I realized it's not so much about the diner as it is about the parking lot. Because Mav gets drawn outside by King, and then the police show up, and then have the family right there in the background witnessing all this.
Stay.
What was that?
I'm just having dinner with my family.
Until you came out the score. All right, come on, let's go. It gets a walk.
Once we found that parking lot, it all clicked.
The Riots. We shot in downtown Atlanta, which was a perfect place to kind of form that.
We shot the Riots over 4 nights. And the main thing is try to get the audience to experience what it's like to be in the middle of a protest in these days and times.
Back row.
How do we make it feel real? And the great thing about Atlanta is there's a lot of talent down there. The background, the extras, they came prepared, ready. And I think that's one of the successes of the film.
I really believe that everyone who participated valued the work, valued what this movie is, what the book is.
The people involved were certainly amazing.
I mean, everybody's been terrific and warm and friendly. Atlanta's growing really fast as a city, but they haven't lost their charm.
They're doing a good job of allowing us to become an industry that's really taken hold here.
It was great being out there to shoot the film, and we were able to really capture what Angie Thomas put together in the book.
It looks perfect. I really feel like I've stepped inside of my book. Every scene that I've seen, it's amazing. This is what every author really hopes for at the end of the day.
When you're ready to talk, you talk.
This ain't about how Khalil died. It's about how he lived.